See, I know of a young man who had a degree in university in sociology, traveled back to his village and started tomatoes cultivation. As I talk to you right now, he has about that kind of 10 hectares of tomatoes cultivated. He doesn't even know where he kept his degree in sociology. That's why I'm telling you that we have a lot of papers we are working with, and our lives are built within the four walls of that paper, and the paper are not taking us anywhere. I think that Africans should be challenged more in the area of entrepreneurship. I'm a political analyst.
Sure.
But I don't do anything that is near political analyst work. I just do it on television. What I do on ground, I have a company. I have a company, Elgibo International Business Venture. I have a primary school. I have a plantation for pepper and plantain. Does that resemble political analysis? It doesn't. Okay. Because I understood the African continent that if you get your certificate and start looking for a job from place to place, you will be the most miserable of all men. There are three categories of people in Africa. You have the lazy, we have the idle, we have the hard workers. The idle man is him that does nothing. The lazy man is him that works and does not meet our expectations. All civil servants are lazy. All parastatals are lazy because they are earning a salary that cannot even meet up their demands. So that's laziness. That's why if you come to where I'm a pastor, you come to my church, it is difficult to find somebody who is a civil servant that does not have a business attached to it.
Absolutely.
That's why all the ministers in our country, directors, have businesses. So a business-oriented, an entrepreneur-oriented society will produce more millionaires because people will depend on their talents and potentials than counting on somebody's pocket.
Okay, of course, they've come to realize the importance of entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
So can you enlighten, what is this entrepreneurship all over? Because probably there are millions of youths out there who wants to start up something, but they don't know how to go about it. We're talking about startups, and how can this help in transforming the continent Africa? We're talking about economically transforming the continent.
The local definition given to us in secondary, high school, University of Entrepreneurship is sole proprietorship. That's one man's business. But that's a very nonchalant and very minimal way of defining that subject, entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is somebody who is able to take risk and create and dare in an area nobody has dared before. That's an entrepreneur. And we have a challenge in Africa that most youths are very afraid, even to get married. African youths are afraid to get married. You say, I can't feed myself. How can I get married? I don't have capital to do business. Let me say this on air, please. I'm not teaching, but I think I should educate Africans at this level. The highest resources on earth is not material resources, mineral resources, or financial resources. It's human resources.
Human resources.
It's human resources. It's a write your vision, make it plain, so that anyone that reads it will run with it. Money doesn't run vision, people run. They say where there is no vision, people perish.
Sure.
That is in other translations, say where there is no vision, people go rioting. When you see so much rioting in Africa from one nation to another, it's because our leaders lack vision. We have people who are leading who have not read anything in leadership. That's the reason why we have to start by, first of all, decolonizing and changing the minds of Africans.
Yeah.
Every reader today is a leader tomorrow. I think that is what we have to begin with Africans. Africans should not go to the field. A young man asked me during my one-on-one session with some of the mentees that we're having an opportunity to talk to. He said, I want to enter into this business. What do? I said, don't enter into the business. Go and sit down under somebody who has had practical results in that business. Because we think business is capital. Give 100 million to an empty-headed person. They will come back home with bare foot. Give 10,000 to a loaded-minded person, he will come up with an enterprise. So the thing we have to do now is to create more entrepreneurial trainings. More. That's why you see nations like the BRIC nations like Korea, South Korea, Brazil, Singapore, they did not erupt from anywhere. They started organizing orientation programs to teach children on how to develop lessons of life, not lessons in class. We have a lot of lessons in class, geography. A teacher is different from a mentor. A teacher teaches you what he has not experienced. A mentor is somebody that teaches you what he has gone through. I'll explain again. We have coaches in life. A coach is never in the field. A coach is like a signboard. A signboard tells you where to go, it doesn't go with you. But a mentor goes along with you. So Africans need mentors in different fields and specialties in life to educate them. If it will cost the government to bring expatriates out of the country to mentor us in particular field, money is not too much when it comes to impacting the minds of people. Africans should not jump into business. They have no experience.
Yeah.
They should look for somebody to build them here first. That's why
They
Jesus
need
said,
the ideas.
Jesus
The ideas are
said,
very
Jesus said, God has
application.
anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. The poor man doesn't need money, he needs information.
Absolutely. Thank you so very much.